Boom! What is up, everybody? Welcome back to The Perfect Bag. My name is Clint, and today we are finally doing a full review of the Trakke Storr 35L travel bag. This is it. So we've done an overview of this bag, an unboxing when I first got it in. We've done also a one bag travel packing video, but I just got back from Japan. And so while it is fresh in my mind, I put this bag through its paces, and I want to tell y'all all about how it performed. I want to do the full walkthrough of this bag, including the overhead cam. And then I want to talk about two things that I love about the bag, two things that I think could be better, then a little discussion about who might this be the perfect bag for, kind of where it ranks out on my list of travel bags, okay? All right, so let's talk about this thing. First off, from the first video, you know I really enjoy how this thing looks, and I'm starting to see how this thing is going to look as it ages, as it gets creased, as it gets loved, as it gets, you know, tossed on the ground, thrown in an overhead bin, you know, just used. And it's going to start to get a beautiful, beautiful dry waxed canvas glory to it. So I'm not gentle on my travel bags. No way. I use them, I abuse them. You can see just after one trip with this thing, it's already starting to show some love. And that's not, you know, a reflection on quality, that's a reflection on travel. So, travel bags are meant to be abused. Don't put it on a shelf somewhere. Get it out into the world, hike with it, you know, toss it on the ground in a subway station. Like, use the thing. So, let's do what we do. Exterior walkthrough first. You know, on this bag, you've got a lot of simplicity. And I think that's going to be a word that comes up a lot through the review. Back panels, you've got just the straps and two strips that kind of mirror the straps of padding. So, you know, as I carried this bag, you know, a little bit less padding than some travel backpacks out there. Now, was it adequate? Yeah, it was adequate. But I did find myself wishing a couple of times with longer walks from train stations to hotels, etc., a little bit more padding and a sternum strap built in that was adjustable. That's what I missed the most on this bag, and I wanted to come right out and say it, that, you know, if there's anything lacking in this bag, it is the built-in sternum strap, which is a necessity in my mind. You can get a sternum strap off of Trakke's webpage, no problem at all. So don't be dissuaded. There's solutions available if you love the look of the bag. Just know you're going to have to figure something out. And then the padding on the back is sufficient. Just not as good as some other travel bags out there. Now, the rest of the look and feel, the AquaGuard zippers and the zipper pulls are really nice. And I'll show you those up close here in a second. The water bottle holders for a wax canvas bag like this are excellent. Loved those. They functioned really well. And then the grab handle on the top, supreme, excellent, beefy, great. The whole thing feels, you know, I thought when I first got it that it felt almost a little bit too fancy. Using it, not at all. Utilitarian in the same way that, you know, a Duluth pants or whatever are, that Dickies work overalls are. Like, good stuff. Beefy. Held up to abuse. No problem at all. So you do have a dinky little too small morale patch thing here. For the first time ever, I found myself saying, why'd they put that on there? And it's where they put their logo. But I'd almost like just an actual Trakke logo down here in the corner in leather, and just get rid of that. It's not needed. It's not a bad thing. I put a patch on there when I travel, but I did find myself a couple of times just with the patch getting caught on stuff. Yeah, not necessary, but also not a big deal. Okay. Last thing I'll do before we get into the overall or the interior walkthrough of this bag is just talk about the laptop compartment on the back of the bag. Gaping, massive, really good. If you travel with a laptop, you're going to enjoy this laptop compartment and its placement. It doesn't have any kind of secondary storage in there. So if you've got a tablet and a laptop, you're stacking them on top of each other in there. But it's sufficiently padded and it's good. I don't really travel with a laptop when I'm going on a non-work trip. And when I'm going on a work trip, I'm generally not using a travel backpack. I'm generally using a little roller carry-on on a work trip. So your mileage may vary. All right, I think it's time for us to dive into camera number 2 and really talk about the guts of this travel bag. The size at 35 liters, this is the largest of the 3 sizes that Trakke provides for the Storr backpack. Let's talk about the interior and some things that I discovered as I used the bag. Camera 2, here we are, and here's the bag, and we are ready to talk about this thing. And again, really great looking bag, and one that is going to stand up to years of abuse. And yeah, I think that if you like the look of this bag, it is as beautiful in person as it is on the website and on the web. So, first compartment, up here, we have a nice drop pocket here, and then you have a Giga Sling. Now this is something we're going to talk a lot about throughout the review. You've got 2 attachment points, little G hooks right here, and this sling bag, which I didn't use as a sling bag because it's just too small for me when I'm traveling. I need something a little bigger. But you've got a slip pocket here and then 2 mesh pockets and nothing on the back. So it's more of a little pouch, and it's a useful little pouch. I put some tickets in there, some pamphlets in there, and then I put my AirPods in here and a couple other things. So usable little pouch, and then you've got 2 pockets behind it right here, and then a major drop pocket here. So definitely a usable little admin section up here that you could use for tech accessories like backup batteries, or you could use it as a little dop kit section if you wanted to put your toiletries up top there in this bag. So AquaGuard zipper, so it is good in there for tech and you don't have to worry about it. And these are the zipper pulls. Let me show you. These are kind of go-to for Trakke. They're really understated, but they function really well and they're fun to use, easy to get, just slip one finger in and pull. Good zipper action on this bag. Now let's talk about the interior of this bag. It is a massive chasm. Boom. Full clamshell, which is nice to see. And then we got a lot going on here, and a little bit more than when I first did the review because there's some new stuff going on. All right, so on the front panel, you've got a big, huge drop pocket and another pocket right here. I've left some stuff in there. Look, it's my Listerine Ready tabs. It's the ones I didn't use. Excellent. So, spoiler alert, I use this as a little toiletry section right here and right here. So put toothbrush, razors, Listerine, toothpaste tabs, flossers, etc., etc. Tossed them all in these 2 components. That's how I structured. And then I put packing cubes in this side over here. 3 stretchy packing cubes. And then on the back panel here, you've got even more organization. Look at this. You've got more of the Giga system. So I just think this is really interesting what they've done here. And these things stack like this, okay? And remember that the sling itself that comes with the bag also comes with a strap. So you could take these off, put them back to back, and make yourself a little 2-bag sling as well. So really interesting, but you can see that they're all different. So the one in the front had zippered pouch in 2 pockets, and then the other 2 options, I've got a mesh pocket here, and I just had some tech and reading glasses in there. And then right here, this is like an admin section for pens and etc. So really nice, and they can be chained together. They can be put back to back as well. You could conceivably get 4 in this main compartment, 2 up front. Like you could do as many of these little things as you want to, and they're so flat that it doesn't take away from the packing space within the bag itself. I just I think it's really inventive. I liked it a lot. Really enjoyed using those and got a lot of use out of them. So yeah, and you can see there's a little attachment point right here, and it just slips right in. It just clips on. Yeah. So, all right. That's about it. Let me show you the laptop compartment and the straps up close in camera 2. So these are the straps. Really beefy Cobra adjusters here. Yeah, really nice. Easy to tighten. Real sturdy. And then this is the laptop compartment. High contrast orange interior. And really nice water bottle pockets with some elastic and some stretch in there. Yeah. All right. Meet me back at camera number 1. Let's talk about this thing. Okay. That's the walkthrough. Really is a beautiful bag. I really enjoyed using it too. So there's a lot to love about the Trakke Storr. 2 things that I loved most about using this bag. The first thing is the functionality of these little suckers. Really inventive. I love that they're flat. I love that they don't take any space away from either compartment that they're in, but they give additional storage to a bag that was a little bit light on storage without them. Now, this one comes with the bag. These 2 are extra, but they're really not that expensive. So I recommend getting all 3, and then you've got a real cool loadout for a travel bag setup. It's really nice. Now, another thing that I really love about the bag is the materials, and that includes a couple of things. It includes the zipper pulls, it includes the AquaGuard zippers, it includes the orange interior, which is just a really nice canvas, like heavy duty canvas. But most of all, it includes the gorgeous waxed canvas exterior of the bag. Like if you're into a super kind of timeless look for your bags, and you don't want a futuristic material like let's say the Peak Design travel bags are, or even the Cotopaxi Alpha bags are, the Nomadic bags are. Like if you want something that's going to, you know, definitely be in style for 20 years or so and definitely last you 20 years or so, this is a great looking bag. I love the look. I love the feel. It's fun. It's fun. But it's not perfect. There's a couple of things that I think could be better about this bag. The first thing that I think could be better about this bag are straps and the lack of traditional carry support for travel bags that a lot of travel bags out there have. The easily adjustable sternum strap solution packed in with the bag would be great. And the inclusion of a waist bag for those that need it or for those walking long distances, that would be great too. So back here, the harness system, it just isn't as great as some other travel bags on the market. Now, when you're talking about, is that a deal breaker? Well, my real world experience taking this thing on, you know, gigantic plane flights and trains all over Japan and walking through cities and, you know, tossing it in the back of the cab, tossing it in the, on, you know, up on train racks and everything. My real lived experience is that this was a good bag, and that despite the fact that I've got better harnesses on some of my other bags, this isn't deficient. It's not bad, and it didn't feel uncomfortable. Yeah, it's a good harness system. It's just not the best available. But, you know, every bag has its strengths and weaknesses. So I took it with a grain of salt, and at the end of the day, it didn't overall impact my enjoyment of this bag, which I really did enjoy a lot. Now, the second thing that I think could be a little bit better about this bag is performance when it is overpacked. And that's an interesting thing to complain about, right? So, you know, how do I say this? I've got some other travel bags that have a little bit more give than this bag does, just a little bit more stretchiness and forgiveness, and a little bit more expandability when you overpack. With this bag, when I loaded it up, the front pocket here got really pushed out, and it felt like this front pocket almost became a little bit unusable, and the bag was very hard to zip when fully loaded out. Now, I recognize that potentially that's just a me problem, and you can see how I packed it out when you go watch the video. I made a packing video, but I typically pack the same way I always do, and this one just got real tight real fast, and I felt that. Now, if you pack a little bit lighter than me, you're not ever going to experience that problem. So those are my two things I think could be better: the harness system, sternum strap, waist strap situation on this bag. I felt like it got a little bit tight fast for a 35-liter bag, and maybe that's just because it has such a big space in there that I overpacked it. And maybe if you get the 25-liter version of this bag, you wouldn't be as susceptible to overpacking. I don't know. I also don't love this hook and loop patch. Again, a smaller logo patch down here would be just as good. Even the sewn-on Trakke logo that came with this as a sticker from Trakke, or excuse me, as a patch from Trakke. But who might this be the perfect bag for? Well, I've talked about it a couple of times. I think this comes down to what you like to carry, look and feel wise, because functionally, this is a classic backpack. It really feels like an upsized version of a very classic canvas pack. And you can see the DNA of this just being a rectangle with straps, and then, up-leveled. But it is classic materials, it's a classic shape, it's classic organization. The whole thing feels classic and classy. And so if that's what you're looking for in a travel bag, something classic and classy, something that is a little bit timeless, something that is, really going to feel legit, not luxury. Luxury is the wrong word. Class, in the way that, an old steamer trunk would be class. Not luxury in like a Louis Vuitton kind of way. Class. If that's what you're looking for, man, it's a good one. It really, really is. If you're looking for outside of the box organization, if you're looking for something to hike the Appalachian Trail with tons of, sternum straps, waist, you may really want to just get an Osprey Farpoint for that, like a super lightweight, ultralight travel bag that will be, designed to wear on your back for 6 or 7 hour hikes. That's not this bag. This bag I found at its best, wandering through the airport, taking me from transit hubs to my hotel room, being an easy solution for one bag travel, coast right through customs, no issues with, the experience of using this as we'll call it a limited travel bag, in the sense that, a full-on travel bag would be live out of it for months at a time, hike through rainforests with it, etc. I hope that makes sense to you. This bag is really high quality, insanely well made, feels like it's going to last a generation. I love it. Is it my favorite travel bag out there? It's not. It's not. That's just personal taste, though. It goes on my list of top 5, and then those list of top 5 really just come down to look and feel and what your favorite and what your style is. For me, the best travel pack out there is still the Cotopaxi Alpa, but this bag is a top 5 travel bag in the world, which is not small potatoes. That's pretty damn good. So, overall, great bag. Oh, some limitations, but some real strengths in terms of materials, durability, class, organization, the modular pouch system that they've added to the thing. All right, that's it. I'm going to start to ramble. I love the bag. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. If you did, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you for the support, and we will see you next time. Bye for now, everyone.